WIV show profiles is this week traveling to our sister island, the island of Green, North Caicos, to meet a man from the settlement of Bottle Creek. The latest person to be featured this week on Profiles is Llewellyn Hanfield. Let's take a glimpse.
I always had faith in Turks and Caicos that with all the many people who went abroad, got some experience and a little money, and come back, we could make this country better. So I set off to do what I thought I knew best. Going to Bottle Creek was a very hard decision. There were mosquitoes came that year like they have never came before. No lights, no television, no telephone, no vehicle. And so the adjustment for my family was very, very difficult.
Caicos are forever hard workers. Hanfield reminded us of the time when the islands were devastated by Hurricane Donna.
It was devastating. Our family spent Hurricane Donna in the bush. There was a big wall from my grandfather's house. And my grandfather was a big man. He was maybe 290 pounds, and he was 6'2". Big, strong man. Probably a lot of experience. We were in his house. In those days, the house was thatched. And, well, they didn't know how hard the storm was going to hit or whatever, but they knew of some signs. And that night, he said, we have to move out of this house. And he moved to my father's house, which he thought was a little stronger. But in the morning, the hurricane had stopped and went south, and then it turned around and came back. That's how bad Donna was. When the hurricane came back, the Gebelin of the house started moving, and he says, you people have to move out of this house. And I'll never forget, I took my hat and I put my piece of string under my neck, and he said, we're going to have to go to the bushes. And there was a big wall and a big tree, and he put everybody up under the tree. Families used to live good those days because it must have been about 30 people in that house. And he got everybody, tucked them away there. But nobody got killed. All the boats in North Caicos got damaged. Or what didn't lose was damaged. I would say 90% of the house was gone. But these people was hardworking, resilient people who got together. People had house by, the hurricane was over by 1 o'clock that day. And the next day, people had houses.
Stay tuned for more of Tales of Times Growing Up and Days in North Caicos with Llewellyn Hanfield tonight at 8 p.m.